Welcome to Core Essence. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of physics, with a focus on Newton's first law of motion. Let's explore how this law shapes our understanding of motion in everyday life.
Imagine a ball lying on the ground, perfectly still. It's not going anywhere, is it? That's because it wants to stay right where it is. This is the heart of Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest stays at rest. This might seem obvious at first, but think about it. The ball isn't just passively existing, it's actively resisting any change to its state of rest. It's like the ball is saying, nope, I'm good here, I'm not moving. This tendency to resist change is important. Now let's give that ball a good kick. Imagine you're out on a sunny day and you decide to kick a soccer ball across the field. What happens? It starts moving, right? The ball begins to roll swiftly across the grass, propelled by the force of your kick. But it won't keep moving forever. You might notice it gradually slowing down. Eventually it will slow down and come to a stop. This is a common observation in our everyday lives. Does this mean our law is broken? Not at all. Newton's first law still holds true. Newton's first law also states that an object in motion wants to stay in motion. This means that without any interference, the ball would keep moving. The ball slowed down because of forces acting on it, friction from the ground and air resistance. These forces oppose the ball's motion. If those forces weren't there, the ball would keep rolling at the same speed and in the same direction forever. In a perfect world without friction or air resistance, the ball would never stop. This brings us to a crucial part of the law of motion. An object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless acted upon by a net force. Forces are everywhere in our daily lives. They push and pull on objects, causing them to start moving, stop moving, or change direction. A net force is the overall force acting on an object, taking into account all the individual forces. For example, when you kick a soccer ball, you're applying a force to it. This force overcomes the ball's inertia, which is its natural tendency to stay at rest, setting it in motion. However, forces like friction and air resistance act in the opposite direction, creating a net force that eventually brings the ball to a stop. These opposing forces are crucial in understanding how motion is controlled and altered in our world. Section 4. Inertia, the resistance to change. We've mentioned inertia a few times, but what exactly is it? Inertia is an object's resistance to changes in its state of motion. The more massive an object, the more inertia it has. Think about pushing a shopping cart versus pushing a car. The car has much more mass, so it has more inertia. It takes a much larger force to get the car moving because it's more resistant to change. Section 5. Newton's first law in everyday life. Newton's first law isn't just some abstract concept confined to textbooks. It's a fundamental principle that governs the motion of objects in our everyday lives. It's at work all around us, explaining why things happen the way they do. From the bustling city streets to the serene parks, Newton's first law is in action. When you're riding a bike and suddenly hit a curb, you fly forward. This is because your body wants to continue moving in the direction it was going. Your body wants to keep moving in a straight line, but the bike stops abruptly. This sudden stop causes you to be thrown forward, illustrating inertia. Seatbelts in cars work because of inertia. They are designed to counteract the forward motion of your body in the event of a sudden stop or crash. In a crash, your body wants to keep moving forward, but the seatbelt provides a force to stop you, hopefully preventing injury. This is a practical application of Newton's first law. Understanding Newton's first law helps us make sense of the physical world and design safer, more efficient technologies. Engineers and designers use this knowledge to create everything from safer cars to better sports equipment, ensuring our daily lives are both safer and more efficient.
Thanks for joining us today to explore Newton's first law of motion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting science content. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders